What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Hate2pylon. I hope you didn't miss us too much. We are breaking down the draft today. But first and foremost, let me introduce who I have with me. To my right, is that all right? To my right, I got Kyle, and down below, I got Jonathan. How are you guys doing today?
Exceptionally well, CJ. How are you doing, Kyle?
Better than I deserve.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. Okay, wait a minute. You just shook the ground just now. Ooh, what a way to start the show. We are
I know
back.
you're feeling good right now, but go ahead and look up what a jock tax is real quick.
A what?
A what?
Jock tax.
Hey, I don't want to need to know what you do in your bedroom. Let's just move on.
Hold on.
Listen, you can't start like this.
Go ahead and look up jock tax for me.
Listen.
JOCKTAX.
NFL. The first thing that pops up.
Wow, so you really brought that full circle for me to look it up. In the United States, the jock tax is a colloquially named income tax levied against visitors to a city or state who earn money in that jurisdiction.
But they don't earn money there.
They do.
No, they don't.
They do.
They don't get
merch. Are you doing like merchandise?
No, their paychecks are for playing in that city. They get taxed.
No, they're salaried. They don't have to play the game to get the tax.
Bro,
there's no way. There's no way.
If you don't play the game, you don't get paid.
So if I get injured and
if you get injured, that's different. But if Trevor Lawrence is like, I'm not playing this week, they're not going to pay him.
Yeah, but if I can't play, they're still going to give me my check. I didn't go to the 49ers, so now I just get taxed? No, that doesn't make sense.
Read it. Read what a jock tax is.
I read a little.
Okay, for context, is we were talking before the show started, and Jonathan, how did this even come up? So we were talking about
states with we
were talking about
state tax.
Right, because I brought up Sports Track and about the contracts for the rookie deals slotted, and I think because Trevor Lawrence. They said Trevor Lawrence is allowed for $36 million, but it's really like $21 million after taxes. And then
if the Florida has no state tax, how can he be getting taxed at $15 million? Because he pays taxes.
Well, there's 3 states
in away games.
There's 3 states that don't do it, and 2 and 1 statehood. So Florida, Texas. So 3 states and a statehood: Florida, Texas, Washington State, and then DC. Don't impose it.
Okay. So the other states do, though. So you do have to pay taxes on away games. Thank you for proving me correct. Jock tax, ladies and gentlemen.
Tax.
Look it up and tell us what you think about the jock tax. Do you think it's fair it still doesn't make sense to me, but it's something that happens, but that is what it is.
So all you would have to do to get around that, right? Legally. I'm going to say this right now. You just pay someone for being on the roster, right? So what you would do as someone who understands taxes, you would pay them for being on the roster. If they have a salary, right? You just don't pay them on away games. You understand that? You get 2 or whatever. You get 2 weeks, you don't get paid, and then you get 2 weeks, and then all you do is write that in your contract.
You have to set that up in your contract. Yeah, but most players don't do that.
I would. Hey, can you only pay me?
How many players think of this though when they're doing this?
But it's not the players though; it's their agents.
It's like something
who negotiates those contracts.
I read. Did you read what it was for? Fucking someone was mad at the Bulls. Like, stop winning championships. Here's this.
We're gonna tax your players for playing here. Yeah. But it is something that happens, right? It happens. It's a thing. Okay, then.
Seems illegal. If you're a lawyer,
taxation. I believe you. I agree.
Well, something that's not illegal. Something that's not illegal is the fact that our mock draft was pretty damn good that we set for the week before the draft. And Jonathan, you got the pictures up here. We're going to give us the results, how well we did, and just give us a quick breakdown of how well we did for our mock draft.
All right, so we got the first 3 picks correct. We got Trevor Lawrence to the Jags, Zach Wilson to the Jets, Trey Lance to the 49ers. And then we got – all right. We're not talking about scrubs here. And then we did what we would do as team GMs. So the 4th pick is where we got a little off track. We went Justin Fields to the Falcons. The Falcons obviously went Kyle Pitts. But we did get the order for the Kyle Pitts onto Penei Sewell correct. We went Kyle Pitts to the Bengals, Jamar Chase to the Dolphins, Jalen Waddle to the Lions, and Penei Sewell to the Panthers. And that order is correct. They did go in that order, back to back to back to back. They just all went 1 pick earlier because the Falcons drafted Kyle Pitts instead of Justin Fields. So, we'll count each of those as a half right. We got the first 3 picks right, and then 4 players back to back to back. So that's 5 right we're going to count. And then we got Patrick Surtain to the Broncos, 6 right. Devontae Smith to the Eagles.
Yes.
7 right. We didn't have them trading up for him. We had them selecting him at 12. They traded up to 10 for him.
Interdivision trade, mind you, which was
very
something
rare.
I didn't expect. But Washington did that later on in the draft with the Eagles to collect 2 more 7th-round picks.
Ooh.
The more you know. So we're at 7 correct now. 13, we had the Chargers taking Christian Darrisaw. They took Rashawn Slater, who fell. So we did have them going offensive line, just the wrong guy because we assumed Rashawn Slater would be gone by then. 14, we had the Washington football team taking a linebacker. They traded up. So we had the Vikings trading out of 14 correct.
Bonus
we had
points.
The team wrong and the player wrong, but we had them trading back correct. So that's something. 15, we had Mac Jones being selected, but we had the Bears trading up for him. So really, if you think about it, that's 2 correct things right there because Mac Jones being selected at 15 and the Bears trading up for a quarterback. So we're sitting at, 8 or 9 correct-ish now. 17, we had the Raiders taking Tevin Jenkins. They did take an offensive lineman. It was just Alex Leatherwood instead. Tevin Jenkins fell to the 2nd round. 18, we did nail Jalen Phillips staying in Miami, going from the Hurricanes to the Dolphins. Let's see. We had Najee Harris going to the Steelers, correct?
That was a quick. They turned that pick in quick when it was their time.
We all knew it was happening.
For sure.
Yeah. It would have been shocking if they would have went something like left tackle. If they would have been something like
something that they needed. Yeah, it would have been shocking. Quarterback.
A quarterback, they take they can trade up for something bad, but they still do it.
Well, they need a quarterback.
Oh, never mind. I'm having a brain in. Who didn't they draft a quarterback?
No.
No, they signed Mason.
Who did the Stanford guy go to?
He went to the Texans. They traded up. They saw us.
They had 3 picks in the draft, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and they
took Nico Collins.
They sniped the Vikings.
Davis Mills, and I don't even know who the other pick was.
Did they take a lineman?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
What?
I know they got Nico and Davis Mills. And I think
what happens if the Texans are good this year?
They won't be.
But
if they're good this year, well, they signed a whole nother team.
They signed 50 players.
Yeah, I don't even know how they're doing the numbers. They're just gonna have to make it up. I don't know. They're
planning on freezing that Deshaun Watson contract, but we can talk about that hypothetical. We'll have some fun hypothetical conversations later down in the offseason.
Yes. Right now, we're still going over the draft. We did have Nailed Odafe Owa to the Ravens. We got that right. And that was the last thing we got correct. So, I mean, we nailed 11 picks. We had 26 players correctly guessed that went in the first round. We had 6 players in our mock who did not go in the first round. Those were Terrace Marshall Jr., Samuel Cosme, Aziz Ojolari, Jeremiah Owusu-Koromoa, Liam Eichenberg, and Tevin Jenkins are the 6 players who we put in our first round who did not go in the first round. Pretty much all of those guys fell for injury concerns.
Yeah, that we didn't know. We didn't even know that. So that the joke
we didn't
one
have access to their medicals.
Yeah. Joke. We were me and Jonathan were sitting in a call like wondering why Joke wasn't going, and then Joke gets drafted
to the Browns.
Which is good. He's gonna play like safety or something. Like he's gonna play something crazy.
With the Panthers.
Yeah.
That
so like
defense is gonna be something serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like we're saying like, why is he getting drafted? He gets drafted, and then the medical gets on Twitter. Oh, he had a heart condition. People didn't like blah blah. That's the same thing that happened. Aziz like came out like there was like a whisper like, oh, he has a knee injury, and then everyone's like, well, he'll probably go in the second, right? And then he just kept sliding.
Terrace Marshall had foot and broken leg concerns.
And 1 year of.
Yeah, I think he broke his leg twice in high school, back to back. He did a broken foot at LSU, so there's concerns over that pulled him to the second round. Cosme, I don't know if he had any.
He can't
any injury
pass
concerns.
No, he just.
His technique is just bad.
But he's an athletic freak.
So
he has
we assumed he would go in the first round regardless. He did not. We did have Leatherwood in our first round mock, who did go in the first round. So kudos.
Who do we have him going? We had him
29th to the Packers.
Yeah, they needed linemen.
Who did Packers go?
And they love
Eric Stokes.
Eric Stokes, corner out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Super fast.
And you call yourself a Georgia fan?
I didn't know who the Packers picked.
They picked the Bulldogs.
I know
but I didn't realize that's where he went.
Yeah,
but thick boy punter guy. Thick boy punter from Georgia Tech got picked, and I couldn't. And they tweeted out.
You caused the fit. You made Ian Rappaport change his tweet.
Yeah, I was the only one that tweeted it too. I was like, Georgia Tech. I should have put Georgia Tech University to really piss off everyone, but.
And he tweeted twice at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, Jalen Camps got drafted.
Yeah, the next Calvin Jr.
Bro.
Where'd he go?
He ended up on the Jaguars. The guy's a big bodied receiver that ran kind of fast for a big body. He has like 900 career yards as a receiver.
He run a 4.4. High 4.4, like a 4.49.
Yeah. And he looked big. He in his 40, he looked like a big dude. And holy cow, I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm really interested to see how the Jags play this year. I mean, especially we're going to have Tim Tebow running down the seam, but that's a story for another time. So let's get back.
Tebow, because he's playing tight end. See what I did there?
No, I don't understand. Can
Tight
you explain that one to me? Okay. All right. Okay.
I think he also has a
It's
tight
okay
end
to
as
laugh
well.
about.
He played baseball.
Anyway,
so back to the draft coverage. So let's talk about the draft a little bit. Let's get a little personal now. You know, we kind of talked about how we did as a show, and we did pretty damn good for our first mock draft. So definitely, if you want to hear more of our mock stuff going into next year, we'll be doing that later down the road, and we'll talk more about that as the season goes on. We're trying to build up our credibility as pretty good draft scouts, would you say? But let's break it down to a singular GM perspective and how we did for our teams. So, Kyle, why don't you go ahead and start it off? And with the Minnesota Vikings, how do you feel that your draft went overall?
So I feel like the Vikings draft was a little strange. We got some solid pieces like Christian Darrisaw. We added some picks, which is crazy. We traded back, got a left tackle of the future. But then some of the picks that we took, it was very clear reaching, like Chaz Surratt and
not a reach.
Wasn't reach. It wasn't reach. And then we got a running back, Kane
and Nwangu.
Yeah, in Nwangu. We took him in the 4th, but I don't doubt he was really on anyone else's board. But then you think about it. We got Kellen Mond off of a trade back. We got Wyatt Davis off of a trade back. We got the Iowa wide receiver in the 5th round who could be someone. So
Amir Smith-Marset.
Yeah, Marset. It went really well. I think we have a lot of upside. Like we have a starting left tackle, hopefully. His film looks great. And then we have a left guard who could have been a first rounder if he didn't get injured. They're really saying that he could have been a first rounder. So I'll take it. 2 starting offensive linemen, even if literally everyone else is average. I'll take it. I'll take 2 starting franchise guys for the next 4 years cheap. I'll take it right now.
Okay. So who would you say is your least favorite Vikings pick that you guys made?
Chaz Surratt. He's an undersized linebacker that could not tackle me, maybe. It doesn't make sense where we took him, and it doesn't make Jabril Cox is on the board when we take him. I just don't. I need someone who's in the front office to tell me why we went him. It doesn't make sense. It literally in my head I just Kellen Mond erases all the bad picks because if he's good, then I'm a happy boy.
So that's your favorite pick. Kellen Mond is your favorite pick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I hate you because that's who I wanted. So fuck you.
Monpon, baby.
Christian Monder.
So, hey, stop it.
All right, so now we went from the Minnesota, which is cold. It was a little cold over there. So let's go down to Charlotte.
Minnesota.
Lobo.
Shadow, yes.
Let's go down to Charlotte. Let's go down to Carolina, and let's check in now. Wait a minute. We have a Justin Fields on the board here at 8. All right, the pick is in. J.C. Horn, South Carolina. So, Jonathan, tell me how you think the Carolina Panthers did for draft.
All right. Obviously, I wanted Justin Fields. I also knew the Panthers were going to let me down. I assumed we would be getting Penei Sewell at 8, though, which I wouldn't have minded.
This close.
We were this close. The Lions took him right ahead of us. The same thing happened last year with Justin Herbert, who the Panthers were going to draft at 7, but the Chargers took it 6 instead. We ended up taking Derek Brown last year, who was good for us. But, again, the value there of taking a defensive tackle in the top 7, you need to be a stud pass rusher if you're going to do that. Derek Brown isn't. He's more of a run stopper. He can rush the passer a little bit, though. He's good. But I wasn't a fan of that pick. J.C. Horn, he is my number 1 corner in this year's draft. So, and we definitely have a need at corner. So I get the pick. But at the same time, it's Justin Fields, my guy. Come on. How are you going to pass on him?
Quick question.
It is Justin Fields.
How stupid do you think the front office would feel if they take Justin Fields? Do you think that had to do anything after trading away pretty much a second round? Well, he wouldn't be a second round, would he? Because he wouldn't play, so he probably wouldn't hit the whatever.
If you're not going to take him there at 8, you trade back to somebody who will.
But
you think Chicago was willing to pay that much to jump? I mean, I feel like they
paid a future first.
And the real question is, do the Panthers want to go to what 20?
20.
No,
it depends on what else they give up.
That's a huge drop. That's a huge drop in talent.
No.
I mean, they gave up a first round pick next year, and if you can get a second round this year and a first round pick next year, Surtain is good, but Horn's better. He's got a higher ceiling.
He's a South Carolina boy, so I mean,
well,
I'm not a Gamecock fan at all.
Horn wasn't.
I'm just saying from the South Carolina State, not
Horn wasn't the best corner on his team until last year.
I know this RJ plays on that team. Definitely the best DB, hands down.
And no
RJ
relation to him at
Roderick?
all. I don't even know the
RJ
guy. I just saw
Roderick.
him on the field, and he looks good on the field. I've never seen him in real life ever.
He reminds me
Never
of
once.
DJ Swearinger. He will hit you. He's a big hitter.
If he's covering you, he definitely will. If he's covering
K-Bay's
you.
known for the
From-
big hitter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chris David.
Facts.
That man. So back to the Panthers picks.
I wanted Justin Fields. I knew the Panthers were going to let me down because that's what they do. We took J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn's good, but it's not what I would have done. I would have, 1, taken Justin Fields, 2, traded back.
Would you just took Darisaw that early?
Nah.
I don't know.
You could have got. Well, you probably could have got Darisaw at 20, right? Wait, what did you?
We could have got him at 12. If the Eagles were trying to trade up, we could have got the
heads up. Spillman came out and said that he got medicals on him, so Darisaw fell a little bit, and they said they got medicals that night. So Thursday night in the draft, they got there at 5:00. They got medicals for him, and they're like, "Yeah, take him," because he played all last year injured. So I see why he dropped. I see why he dropped.
Correct. And he, like some teams, he was off the draft board because of questions about his medicals.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I would have liked to trade back and got Darisaw. But I like J.C. Horn. My least favorite pick actually is not J.C. Horn. It is the Chuba Hubbard pick. Chuba Hubbard.
The running back?
Yes.
Yeah.
From Oklahoma, that's Oklahoma State?
Yes. So Chuba Hubbard is, he going into this year, he was supposed to be like maybe the number 1 running back in college football. A lot of guys had him as a first rounder ahead of Travis Etienne, Najee Harris. Speed is his thing. He's supposed to be a fast back. Now, he's been hurt this season. So, again, I don't have access to his medicals. But for a speed back to come out and run a 4.5, that's not fast. So why are you taking a slow speed back in the 4th round when there were players like Dan Moore, offensive tackle from Texas A&M, Tylan Wallace, wide receiver, Oklahoma State, Janarius Robinson, and Josh Kando, both freaks of defensive ends from Florida State. Tyree Gillespie, safety, Mizzou. There were 5 players right there I would have drafted ahead of him. So hopefully the injury is what caused him to run slow and not just the wear and tear on his legs from being the guy at Oklahoma State for the last 4 years. Because obviously with running backs we've seen they have a very short shelf life. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of that pick. And
so who's your favorite?
It came out a favorite pick. Oh, you already know. Terrace Marshall Jr. Come on, son.
Okay.
That man is a stud.
I
am upset we missed out on Cosme though.
You got one of my guys though.
Who's your guy?
The Davion Nixon. I like Davion Nixon,
yeah,
even though
Nixon too.
Some would say he has a lot of quit in him. But he's built like an elite athlete. So like it's up to your coaching staff to see if they can break it. But when he's on, he's on.
Here's a question for you.
Dylan Moses, apparently his medicals were bad. Like
Was it a
some
heart
teams
issue or
aren't,
something?
and knee.
Oh yeah.
He almost Marcus Lattimore'd his knee 2 years ago when he got hurt. He missed all
Is
of
he-
last season. He played this season, but like he didn't look the same as he did as a freshman. If he could have been drafted after his freshman season, he would have been like a first, second round pick for sure. But he almost Marcus Lattimore his knee, which means he like destroyed almost everything in his knee. ACL, MCL, PCL. It wasn't good.
He's 6'3". I thought he was 6'1".
Yeah,
Nah,
you and
he's
Heights are
pretty
not together.
I mean, teams also lie about heights all the time.
Yeah. So I thought, yeah. So
But it wouldn't lie in that direction.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes.
Well, no. So I thought he was. So I look at Raz a lot. I'm a big Raz guy. So like I look at boards and I look
that's
at
relative athletic score. Shout out to @MathBomb on Twitter. That's his metric.
Yeah. So I look at that a lot, and I see a lot. I see so many that they all blend together. And I don't really watch linebackers. I've never played linebacker. I don't understand what the linebacker position really does. Like, obviously, I know what a linebacker does, but like technique wise, depending on what the coach wants them to do and what we're looking at, you have no clue if you're even watching the same game.
Correct. Yeah, I really wanted Sam Cosmi when we ended up with Terrace Marshall because Sam Cosmi got sniped by your Washington football team, CJ.
That is very true. And so let me go ahead and let's talk about the Washington football team, soon to be the Washington Red Wolves. So the biggest theme that I've noticed throughout this draft is that we went for very athletic guys who tested very high on the RAS score, which is something that Ron Rivera said that he wanted to address. He wanted to have a faster team. We're a young team, and we're going to have a lot of speed, which I like because that was something that I hated for like the stretch between like the early Jay Gruden years. We just was a slow team. And so I love the fact that we're addressing the speed. We addressed one of the biggest needs at linebacker. And I'm not going to lie to you. I hate Michael Parsons now. Micah Parsons, whatever the heck his name is. But I wanted him, okay? I'm salty because I wanted him.
You know who's not sorry you didn't get him? Every guy in your locker room.
Very true. So the Jamin Davis, the word out on him is that he's a very high character guy, which was a big thing Ron Rivera wants, a high character guy. 4'3", 740, 6'3", pretty good measurables. Okay, I didn't know who he was, to be quite honest with you, but I like the pick. It makes a lot of sense. Hey, he's really good in coverage, which is one thing I've been talking about all season is how terrible our linebackers are in coverage. So that is good. We'll see how he fits in day one. Sam Cosmi addresses the offensive line need that we had. Pretty athletic. I don't know. He's
extremely athletic.
He's a tweener. He's like 6'4", right?
The 17th most athletic offensive tackle.
He's huge. Yeah, he's 6'4".
He's
6'6".
The 17th most athletic offensive tackle out of over 1,000 in the relative athletic.
I think he was low on the weight. I think he was like 315.
He was like
315.
So he's a little
light, but he might be a right tackle. And I think that's, if you're smart, that's where you put him.
That makes
they have a hole at left. I thought he was unless they signed Cornelius Lucas.
I think he's already
not Cornelius Lucas. Buddy from the Bears.
I think talking about Leno.
Hold on, did y'all jersey numbers come out yet?
I don't. For rookies.
Yeah, have you seen the Sam Cosmi number yet? Because that's a big deal. Because he wore 54.
70s, he's a tackle. If he's in the 60s,
he might be a guard. He might
have. Chris Samuels was number 60. He was one of the greatest left tackles of all time.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and he wore like 54 in college, which is still weird. I'm not watching tape trying to find him.
I just know Jamin Davis is 52. I haven't seen Cosby's number.
That's a good number for him.
Who do y'all take in the first?
Jamin Davis.
Oh, that's who you took.
Kentucky.
Yeah. I saw some smoke tweeted out that someone that's not going in a lot of people's mock drafts, but teams are really high on him is Jamin Davis. And
he's 6'3", 240 and ran.
But he doesn't have the. He has a high character, like he said. I heard
ran a 4.3.
Yeah, Ron loves.
Guys are gonna want that.
Is that good? Is that good?
No, too fast. He has nobody clues he's doing. Slow him down. Let him read the play. Anyways, but yeah, he's like like a military kid or something.
Yeah, I thought so. Military family. Which I mean,
Ron loves because Ron was a military kid himself.
Yeah, so he loves it.
That's what was a big thing. Which I mean, it helps build the locker room, builds the team. Speaking of the team, shout out to TC right here.
Hey,
aww.
Shout out.
We appreciate you.
We do. And then look, he even said all of you.
Even Kyle?
Even Kyle? Oh shucks. We appreciate you, man.
We appreciate
big bodies only.
That's how I like chunky boys.
You know how we roll.
Who's your hold on, CJ? What's your favorite pick of your draft this year?
I don't know. It's tough because we address needs that I'm glad we did. I like the Jamin Davis pick a lot because people were so talking about quarterback a lot, but linebacker was really the need that we needed to fill the most.
100%.
Like we were. I mean, I love Cole Holcomb, but I love Cole Holcomb. He is good speed. John Bostic is not it anymore. He's a good hitter, but and also Jamin Davis. He also has the ability to play all three linebacker spots, which I think is going to be very pivotal for us as well.
I don't know what he did in college. Obviously, I didn't watch Kentucky tape on a linebacker.
I think he had 140 tackles last year.
But I don't know how good he is in coverage. I know that Jabril Cox is Jabril Cox was known to be like the coverage guy.
Yeah, he's not as good as Cox, but he's definitely better than Micah Parsons.
But what's better than Cox, right? Am I right?
I think you're breaking up.
So, I would say the Jamin Davis pick was definitely a pick that I liked
a lot. You're mixing people up. What?
But
yeah, you guys took another one of my mans.
We got some picks.
De'Ami Brown so bad.
I think I love this draft is just the amount of speed guys that we got, and I love that. I love the fact that we're just going to be a lot faster team, especially when and I've been talking about this all season last year. Scott Turner, I'm on your motherfucking ass, Scott. Look, you talk about running an up-tempo offense. We want to have a lot of dynamic guys, which, hey, we're starting to do that. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to buy in. I didn't see it before. So we have the fact that De'Ami Brown.
You got Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaurin,
Adam Humphries,
De'Ami Brown, Antonio Gibson. That is 4-4-3 guys. Well, De'Ami Brown ran like a 4-4-1.
I thought he ran like a 4-5.
No, it was like a 4-4 something.
Okay.
But still. 3-4-3 guys and a guy who's right on the border of 4-3. That's a lot of speed.
It's a lot of speed.
You got you saw Adam Humphries, right?
Yeah, Adam Humphries in the slot, but we also did draft as our last pick BYU wide
Dax
receiver
Milne, Mormon Mike Evans.
I like that boy. I like him quite a bit.
But they say he was a slot guy, wasn't he, or is he outside?
Oh,
he was outside.
No, he no. So he was outside at BYU because he was only. So they have 3 athletes on the team, right? So they just but him in the slot as a big body slot is gonna be
a pseudo tight end.
Because I think they're saying he could be a replacement for Humphries. Depending on how Humphries play this season,
he's just a completely different body type than those guys. Humphries a small, shifty dude.
No,
he is nothing like Dax Milne.
I'm just saying, in terms of that slot, not in terms of comparing it, but just have him develop the play inside. Because I mean, that's probably going to be his best place.
Going to take his place in the slot.
I think that it's gonna be a long shot for Milner to make the roster, but it would be nice to
we're pretty stacked. Unless he can do some returns.
You got Cam
Milner cannot
on your
do
team.
returns. He runs like a 4-6.
No.
Yeah, that's also the thing too. We need. I think I'm trying to figure out. It was somebody who said who had return experience. That's something we also need to address is our return game.
Diami might have return experience.
My least favorite pick is not getting Kellen Mond, but the tight end from Boise.
He's good. John Bates is good.
I did want Jordan Belvins. Is it Belvin?
He's 6'1", though. Yeah, it's Belvin. Yeah,
Brevin.
He's like 6'.
Brevin
He's
Jordan.
short. He's short. John Bates is what, 6'5"?
Yeah, he is 6'5". He has good.
Moves.
I've been reading. He has he's kind of.
He don't really move.
As a tight end, he reminds me of Kyle Rudolph, but
he looks like a guy who can be left in the flat, and he'll be doing damage guy. Like, he's going to be what Jeremy Sprinkle was supposed to do.
Jeremy Sprinkle was a good athlete, though.
Yeah,
for his size.
He just didn't block well enough, and I think because Bates has a little bit better blocking pedigree, because he's definitely going to be number 2 guy. But the thing is, like, I don't know who's going to catch. We want to have. I don't know. Are we not going to do 2 tight end sets, which I'm thinking we might not do with the amount of wide receivers?
You might. It depends. Like, is that Sammy Reyes guy? Is he going to make the roster?
He might be a practice squad guy. Like, that's the thing. Why would you give it to Thaddeus unless Thaddeus is not showing no progression? Like, I thought he would be like a
he's slow, bro. Listen,
he got short hands.
He runs like a 5 flat.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, bro. He's short. He's slow, and he can kind of catch. He can't block.
I will remind you this when he eats this year with Joe Burrow. LSU Bengals.
He won't make the roster, dude.
Who's I don't even want to be negative. You got? Who's the rookie quarterback you had last year?
You're talking about
Tyler or something?
No.
From Utah?
Colorado.
Oh, yeah, Colorado.
He probably won't make the roster either. He'll be a
practice squad guy. They're talking about switching him. They're talking about converting him to tight end.
Oh, he's 6'5", though, right?
He's
big.
So, you already got Logan Thomas, who made that switch before. So that I think would actually
Thomas still. Holy shit.
That would be a really good conversion candidate, I think. And he could give you some juice at tight end because Logan Thomas is like 30. He don't really got the juice like that anymore. John Bates has never had juice like that. But I think if you could convert him to tight end, I don't know if he would need a year in the practice squad or not. Steven Montez.
Yeah.
Montez, thank you. Yes. I was like, it was blanking. Yeah, who knows? He could emerge as a starting quarterback prospect. Who knows? I think, so I love our draft. I like the amount of speed that we got. I'm really interested in oh my God, the defensive end from Penn State, Shockey
Tony.
Shockey Tony. There you go.
Shaka Tony.
Yeah,
great name.
So if you're smart, if you're I don't know, everyone's calling him like a stand-up linebacker
because he's like 240 pounds.
Yeah. So he definitely, and that fits your defense, right?
They're talking about playing him at linebacker, splitting time with him, which will help him make the roster this year. Which I think they're going to try to go young because we don't have Ryan Anderson or Ryan.
He's going to be what Ryan Anderson was supposed to be because Ryan Anderson was cheeks.
I think what did he go to? I think he went to the Giants. He went to the division.
The unemployment line, maybe.
I'm hoping.
No, he signed with the Giants. I think he signed with the Giants.
He's bad.
Yeah, he stinks.
So does Morgan Moses, but
he's on our team. He's phenomenal. Don't talk about Morgan Moses like that. Unless he gets cut, then he stinks.
Whoa, dude.
But I like our draft. Overall, I would give our draft an A. I think it hit a lot of needs except for quarterback. A- quarterback. Was what I said to you guys.
Me and Jonathan were talking about it. I think that Kyle Allen, I was like, when you walked away for a minute while we were in the pre-call, Kyle Allen was doing pretty well for y'all before he got hurt.
Yes. We do. That's the thing. We do have 3 capable quarterbacks, right? But is that going to? It could be enough, but is it though?
But it feels like y'all are really trying to pound the rock and play defense, right?
I don't know. Why would the wide receivers that we got?
That's true. That's true. That is true.
We could do a lot of screen game. It could be a heavy
was slinging that thing.
He will. That's the thing. He will.
I think that's why y'all went and got wide receivers, because that motherfucker don't care. 4 people covering him. He's coming. The ball's coming.
Like his neck turn this way, he's still throwing the rock.
You got dude. Y'all have so many receivers. Holy shit!
And that's the thing. Some of my favorite guys, like how we talk about, like, you know, late round guys, like Cam Sims was undrafted.
Steven Sims.
What the gold guy?
And Steve. Yeah, I thought he was correct. Yeah. We got 2 Sims.
Yes, both Sims.
Also Isaiah Wright. AGG was drafted. Right? He might get pushed out. That's the thing. Like, I like AGG a lot. He should, and I love Kelvin Harmon too. Like, he's really good as well, but he got hurt, which I think is going to plague him because he tore his ACL last year, so we don't got enough tape for him. But we got a lot of, and they're young. We're so young at offense. We're young all around.
Yeah, y'all are weird.
Quarterback.
I keep forgetting.
Except for quarterback, but he could be our Brad Johnson, our Matt right. Oh my fucking god, Ripon.
If you want to ripen, go get Brett.
Nah, fuck Brett. We don't fuck with Brett Favre. Favor around this.
No,
bitch.
Brett Ripon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from the Broncos.
The Bengals.
Didn't he play for the Broncos last year?
No, he beat the Steelers.
He started the game. He started the game for
Steelers. He beat the Steelers.
No, that was Ryan. That was Ryan Finley, wasn't it?
Oh, you're 100% right. They're the same player to me, though. You're right. 100% you're right. All you do is say that name. You're 100% right. They're the same player, by the way. Some young guy who's never going to start anywhere.
Speaking of young guys, how about the Jaguars, Travis Etienne? Were you surprised by that pick?
Yes, but no.
I was.
Obviously,
James Robinson, though, who had a great... And he was like undrafted, wasn't he? Or he was at 7th round?
Robinson was undrafted. But the thing is,
added so much money to the running back room that really didn't need to do that.
But the thing is, Robinson has no juice. He's a plotter.
But why do you need? You have juice everywhere else.
Not a tight end. Tim Tebow's like 50. He don't have no juice.
Well, I don't know. That's
he has the juice of the Lord. And that's all you need.
Correct. He turned that water into juice.
Have you seen that TikTok where the guys are like at like a restaurant and it's like, I guess he's like, no, we'll just have waters. And they
all start laughing, and the waiter's like,
what? But yes, anyways. I was surprised they go running back at first round because I feel like they could have probably went. He probably might have been best available on their board there.
Cornerback.
Because he went before. It
was a deep corner draft, and they got a corner at the second round, top of the second round. They got Tyson Campbell from Georgia, who's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah,
because if they waited if they tried to flip them, they got Tyson Campbell at 24 or 23, and then tried to wait to 33 for ETN. How do we know ETN makes it past?
Which wouldn't have happened.
The Bills.
The Bills.
You're right.
The Bucks.
I can't. Yeah.
So
okay. Who do you think with this draft? Let's take the 2 teams who had every pick in the world out. So Jaguars and the Jets.
Hold up. We want to talk about bad picks, right?
Yeah.
All right. I know how you guys feel about Alex Leatherwood. I don't think it was that bad of a pick. You want to know what a reach was? Kadarius Toney to the Giants was a reach. Was it a reach? I like Kadarius Toney.
What pick was it? 20? That was in first round or second round?
20th, because they traded back with the Bears.
The Bears, yes, yeah. But I'm gonna say why I like this pick.
Before you say that, I'm sorry. Let's just also state Dave Gettleman traded back
twice in one draft. Never happened in 8 drafts as a GM, and then twice this year.
But
continue your thought.
When the computer folks are getting to him.
The scouts came out and they said they didn't like him because he rapped, and they thought it was pretty inappropriate or something like that, or it was hilarious.
It's the same thing with Anthony Edwards
And I
when
don't
he
fuck with
declared for
that.
the NBA. When he declared for the NBA
yeah.
draft, and they were like, "How much does he really love the sport? Is he just
Yeah.
using it as a way to advance his rapping career?"
Yeah.
Which
Shout out
is
to
dumb.
a Twitter user in the Vikings world, Forrester. He said something. Would those scouts say the same thing for a white left tackle who likes country music, who sings country music?
No, they sure wouldn't.
They wouldn't say that. So I hope Kadarius Toney goes fucking nuts. I
Double
really do.
platinum, no
The
feature.
other thing is, Kadarius Toney is like a slot-only type receiver.
He can return kicks.
But they already have Sterling Shepard, who is a pretty good slot receiver.
He can return kicks, and he's
so can
shifty as
Sterling
fuck.
Shepard. He's really good. I like him a lot. I just wouldn't take him over Elijah Moore.
Where did he want to go? Did he went to the Titans?
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he was a Titans first-round pick.
Double check that for a second.
I think.
I know because AJ Brown was crying about it, so that doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, because that was.
Oh, he didn't go to the Titans.
Did he go to the Jets?
Was he not a first-round pick?
No.
He went to the Jets, 34th overall.
Yeah.
So
Second
pick of the second round.
Yeah, I called it. But out of all the teams, who do you think transformed their roster the best? So take the Jets out and take the Jaguars out because they're building new franchises right now. They had the picks. So who would you say who had the best draft that helped them the most for their future out of all the teams in the NFL? Obviously minus the two.
The Bears.
I'm not going to say Washington, but I mean, I'm going to say Washington.
Okay. There's two of them that I'm going to say are tied. And one is what the Ravens did with their picks. They transformed their wide receiver room completely. In this draft, they turned Dez Bryant, or is that no. Sammy Watkins, who's there? Sammy Watkins and
Sammy Watkins
and Hollywood Brown.
Okay, they turned that into Bateman and Tylan
Wallace.
Yeah, Tyler Wallace fell because there's so many receivers. Whatever. He's a good guy. Like he's gonna let Hollywood Browns go wild. Like they just put two sure hand receivers in there who are gonna catch anything that comes near them, contested catch guys, route guys, and then they got the home run hitter who is Hollywood Brown, 128 pounds. That is very good. And two, who had a great draft, which I thought they were gonna happen. I thought they were gonna mess it up. The Lions. The Lions draft is so good.
They just chose the craziest name they could find, and hopefully this is gonna be a ball player.
They did go for the all crazy draft picks.
They went and got.
Hey, but you went and got kneecaps up there?
They got two defensive linemen and yeah.
Thanks. Let me see if I can find that tweet. It might have been too long ago to find the names of all the Lions drafted players.
Levi, whatever.
Levi Onwuzurike.
McNeil.
Penei Sewell was first, and then I think Levi Onwuzurike was second.
Yep. And then they went the nose tackle from North Carolina State.
Aleem McNeil. Then did they get Hamsaw too? Nasiruddin?
I think I'm freezing, boys.
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you too. Where's that tweet?
All right, Kyle.
Hold up. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm to the draft stuff.
Also, hey, by the way, the Vikings drafted a punter / tight end, and I think that's the future of the NFL. No more skill positions. If you can't play two, if your kicker can't throw the ball, get him out of here. If your kicker can't block, get him out of here. If my defensive tackle isn't getting sacks and kicking 43-yard field goals, I don't want a kicker on my team. Just a heads up.
All right. Penei Sewell, Levi Nwuzurike, Aleem McNeil, Ifeatu Melifonwu, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. All name draft. And they're all pretty good players also. But yeah, Lions also had a really good draft. They
lied about
the best offensive lineman in the draft, 2 of the top 5 defensive tackles in the draft, a top 8 corner in the draft for me, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown, who wasn't in my top 10 receivers, but he's like borderline, like probably 12, 13. He's a really good slot receiver. I just don't think he can play outside in the NFL.
Yeah, 100%.
So really good draft for them.
Yeah.
But if Fields hit and Tevin Jenkins hits at left tackle, the Bears definitely had the best draft.
Yeah, they transformed their whole franchise with that 2 picks. It's sick. They never even had a good quarterback in the history of the Bears.
Very true. All right, so let's name off a couple of our top players, each position that we like, that we liked in this draft. So, of course, Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Running back, who do we have, Najee or Travis Etienne?
I had Etienne, but Najee's also really good.
I had Etienne.
I had Najee. Wide receiver, number 1. I
Lamar.
had Chase.
I had Waddle.
Waddle was my 2. None of us had Devontae Smith, though, so we're either going to look really smart or really dumb in a couple months.
Very true. Deshaun Jackson for the Eagles. Tight end, I mean, that's not a question. Kyle Pitts, easily.
Facts.
Left tackle.
Penei Sewell.
Left guard.
Yeah.
I love. Are we putting Vera? Is he his tackle or is
Vera
he
Tucker? He's a guard.
I personally have Slater as a guard, the best guard on the draft.
But he's going to play tackle for the Chargers, so I guess I'll go with Vera Tucker.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll do that.
Center.
Creed Humphreys, and it's not close. It's not close.
Did he get drafted to the Chiefs?
I'm wrong about. Yeah, I'm wrong. No, he went.
Or the Ravens?
No, he did go to the Chiefs.
I think he went to the Chiefs.
But
the Ravens got Ben Cleveland.
I just spit everywhere by saying this. I'm sorry. Landon Dickerson is not far and away from Creed Humphreys. I'm sorry for even saying that. That's embarrassing that I accidentally said that. If they're both healthy, they're both studs. Creed's always been healthy. I'm taking Creed. Landon,
Creed has no.
You're really. Yeah, but Landon, but yeah.
Okay. Let's go. What position? Let's go corner.
J.C. Horn. I said that before we drafted him, so it's not just me being a homer.
Caleb Farley.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy, I don't think it's close.
He might not have a back.
Safety?
Dude from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
Yeah, I really like Merrick.
Even though he didn't go, he sank. He sank.
Where did he actually wind up going?
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders took all the safeties.
The Raiders. Yeah,
they took 3 safeties.
Yeah.
Gotta love John Gruden. Okay, so we did safeties, corners, linebacker.
Micah Parsons,
but I liked Zaven Collins way more.
Okay.
Zaven Collins is like 270 pounds, though, so I don't know if he's going to be.
That would be interesting how that works out at.
I don't know why they did that. Arizona. They don't know how to use.
They don't know
how to use hybrids.
Yeah, like, and they literally got
the ones they took. They took Deion Buchanan a couple years ago. Didn't know how to use him. They took
Buda Baker.
Oh, Buda Baker, he pretty much just plays safety for them. I mean, he plays like box safety, so he's like a third linebacker sometimes. But they got Hasten Reddick, who the Panthers just signed. He finally broke out with them because he played defensive end in college. They had him playing linebacker for 4 years, and then last year he finally played defensive end and had like 9 sacks. Plays for the Panthers now. I'm pretty excited about him. But yeah, they did not use Isaiah Simmons either, and then they just replaced Hasten Reddick with Zaven Collins.
Yeah.
Which
And
interesting.
he said he's gonna.
Which, I mean, it's
he also
kind of
said-
funny because Hasten Reddick was an undersized pass rusher, and Zaven Collins is just like a lineman-sized linebacker, so they're kind of the inverse of each other. But either way,
but
I have no faith in them to use him correctly.
Well, all they have to do is one thing. Let's go out and murder people. Quote
Facts.
from Zaven Collins.
J.J. Watt on one side, Chandler Jones on the other side, and Zaven Collins just crawling from the middle.
Him and Isaiah Simmons in the middle.
That's kind of
Just got
With
two
Buddha over the top.
Two zoom-in big boys just running around the field in control.
JJ calling the plays. If not, he's going to put the coach in a chokehold.
Yes.
Okay, so our defensive. Let's do edge.
Edge.
Mine,
Jalen Phillips.
Jalen Phillips. Yeah.
D-tackle.
My upset of the draft is Jalen Phillips not getting him, but I'll take Darius Hall every day. But I love my boy.
Who we got? D-tackle.
Barmore. Christian Barmore.
Barmore was my favorite. But value-wise, the only one that I liked, I put it out.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, which is a good pick. A great pick. But value-wise, I hated that. The only guy I even put on my horizontal board, that's the Future Boys. No more straight down the line boards. That's dead. It's horizontal boards only. The only thing that makes sense. But the only defensive tackle that was on my horizontal board was Milton Williams, who is going to be an absolute fucking stud. Write that
He went
down.
in the 4th round, right?
Maybe third.
Third or
No, he might have went in the second. I don't care. Absolute fucking stud.
All right. So
3rd round of the Eagles.
Yeah, fucking sucks.
That stinks. I'm excited. So overall, let's do this. We'll answer this question and then we'll give our thoughts of how we feel. Just give us a feeling and we'll wrap this show up. All right. So Big Body has when
will Trey Lance
start? That's a good question.
Week 1.
Let me wait.
After week.
Let me wait until the schedule comes out, and then I'll.
It depends on when their bye is. It'll probably be after the bye week.
Yeah.
Or
if Jimmy gets
maybe before if they have like a late bye week, and maybe after if they have like a week 4 bye week. But if they have like a week 6, week 7, week 8 bye week, it'll probably be after the bye.
What happens if the chosen one gets hot? And I'm talking about Rosen. What happens if he has an amazing preseason?
Listen, anyone who knows football knows when you have Josh Rosen back there, you can't let him make the roster because he's going to give everyone hell, right? So they're going to boot him off. He's gone.
He's being blackballed. He's the next Colin Kaepernick.
They know. Hey, listen, they know that Rosen the chosen, as soon as he gets out of it, he's taking over the NFL, and they don't want that. They can't let him start. He's not going to make the roster. Listen. It's a blackballed scheme, and we need to investigate.
Yes,
very true, very true. So, Kyle, I'll start with you. If you had to choose, what kind of feeling, what kind of Penguin are you after this draft? What kind of Penguin are you?
I don't know this chart that you're giving me, but a fat Penguin that's super happy. I don't know.
Yeah, happy Penguin, sad Penguin. Mad Penguin, frustrated Penguin, sad, depressed.
Hopeful Penguin. I'm going with that because this draft was like the future of the Minnesota Vikings. Because if things plan out, we got a quarterback, we got a left tackle, we got a guard. Future Penguin, hopeful Penguin. Mon Pond, baby.
I'm sensing a clip coming here. Oh. Just a picture.
That's my guy. Look at that cowboy hat. Oof.
So, Jonathan, what kind of Penguin are you after the Panthers draft?
I am number 1 Sam Darnold fan Penguin. I need him to ball out. If he doesn't ball out, you're
going to ball your eyes out.
Yes, because I'm really worried right now. Because these are the 2 worries I have right now. 1, Sam Darnold is just average enough for us to stick with him long term. And maybe give him an extension after the season, even though we already picked up his 5th-year option for next season. That would be bad. Number 2, Sam Darnold is bad enough that we move on from him after this season and go get a quarterback in next year's draft, which is a bad thing because that is a bad quarterback draft. I need Sam Darnold to just be average this year and then suck completely in 2022 so that we can get Big Cinco, DJ Uiagalelei from Clemson in 2023. I need him in Carolina. He's the future. That's the long-term plan. Go ahead and build up the roster this year and next year. Roll with Darnold for a year. Basically, I want Darnold to be what I wanted.
Teddy?
No, I never wanted Teddy. What I wanted Kyle Allen and Will Grier to be this year, which is just tank and lead us to Trevor Lawrence. We didn't do that. We went and got Teddy Bridgewater, and he was good enough to win us 3 games. And PJ Walker was good enough to win us another one, which put us at the 8th pick. If Teddy had lost us one game, the one game against the Atlanta Falcons, we would have been picking 4th. We could have moved up to 3, and we could have got Trey Lance.
Well, y'all probably take Fields at 4. Y'all probably don't make the Sam Darnold trade. Y'all probably take him.
Probably. But either way, I'm now hoping, because Teddy set us back 2 years. 3 years. 3 years. Yeah, so the year that
Hey, I know sometimes around the
Teddy
holidays,
stinks.
you guys flowers.
He ruined the tank,
Roses.
but he also wasn't good enough to make us not stink. So he stinks in my book.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good guy, though. I like him as a person. As a Carolina Panther, greatly dislike him.
He's definitely going to block
wish
you.
he was never on the team.
He's going to block you on Twitter.
I don't blame him.
So what was your penguin?
Number 1 Darnold fan penguin. Well,
Gotcha.
I'm cautiously optimistic penguin.
Okay.
Like, I have some optimism. I like our draft. Brady Christensen, we drafted a 25-year-old left tackle. Hopefully, that means he can step in day 1 and be a good left tackle. If not, that's a wasted pick because we don't even have the hope that he'll develop into a good left tackle down the road.
Yeah,
because he's already 25.
Yeah,
if he's not good now, he's not shouldn't make the roster next year. I mean, he'll probably make it this year just because we have nobody else. But it's a wasted pick if he's not good.
He's light in the ass. That's the only thing that worries about me. He's light. He's like 300 pounds.
Correct. He's really athletic, though, so that's a positive. But if he's not good now, it's a wasted pick because he is never going to develop past what he is now. He's 25 years old. Like, he's not going to get better. I mean, he might get better coaching in the NFL than he did at BYU, but
true.
He needs to be good this year. What penguin are you, CJ?
I am actually surprisingly more happier than I'm supposed to be, and I'm scared about it. But I will be a penguin that will be nutting all over the place if we pull off the trade of the century. And the trade of the century I am talking about is Aaron Rodgers to Washington. Give him the farm, give him the keys, give it to him all, give him a piece of ownership, which, you know, fuck it. Give him the ownership of the team, and let's ride this Super Bowl for the next 3 years. Let's run it back.
You know you're not getting him without giving up Chase, right?
Yeah, if they ask
him, give him Chase. Give him Chase.
You heard it here first, folks. CJ
Aaron Rodgers,
Chase Young.
I love Chase Young.
Here's what they want. Here's what they want. All right. Green Bay, you're
CJ said get Chase Young off the team now.
Washington football team. Yeah, I heard you really want Aaron Rodgers, and this is what we want. We want Chase Young. We want
done
next year's first.
Done.
Terry
the
McLaurin.
next year after that's first.
Done.
And Terry
And
McLaurin.
I want Curtis Samuel. Listen, we got a young quarterback. His name's Jordan Love. I want to put some people around him so he has help. And I just can't get it done without it.
I will give you AGG, Kevin Harmon, Cam Sims, Isaiah Wright, Steven Sims. I will give you everyone else but those guys.
See, I don't know who those guys
pick
are.
one of those guys to throw in. You can throw in Curtis or you can throw in Terry, but it's got to be one of them. Keep in mind that you just signed Curtis to a big deal.
It's gonna be a
trade him now. You got to eat a big dead cap, whereas Terry does not have a big cap.
Terry's not touchable. Let's be honest here.
Oh, he's very touchable.
No, he's not.
For Aaron Rodgers,
no. He's as touchable as a kid in a Catholic church right now.
I doubt it. I doubt it. You're talking about a future. You're literally talking about a future wide receiver.
Let me chill.
You talking about?
I'll give you Logan Thomas
Washington next year.
I'll give you 3 ones: Logan Thomas and Montez Sweat.
No, they want Chase Young.
You're gonna give the better defensive end away?
Oof!
Bold
come on, hard.
You.
I want Payne or whatever his name is.
Deron
Payne.
Yeah, and I want Ionitis. Bring me.
No.
Is that too much? That's where you're going.
No. I mean, Ionitis might be the best defensive tackle we have.
He is.
Well, yeah, we'll see how he rebounds.
Which is funny because he was drafted in the 5th round and everybody else
round from Temple.
Mm-hmm. Where's he? Oh, Temple. He's thick, boy. That's a thick man.
Did you already sign him to an extension?
Yes, like a mini one. It was like
a
because his deal was up 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a bridge. It was like some weird bridge deal.
He coming to Carolina when that deal up,
That's true.
We recruited him at Temple.
I know.
Yeah, Harrison Hand about to end up there too. You're welcome.
Hey, nah, he stinks.
All right,
whoa.
Last question, and we're gonna wrap this show up. When do you think Mac Jones? This is for you, Jonathan. This is straight for you. When do you think Mac Jones will start? And this is coming at your boy Cam.
When Cam Newton dies?
Yeah, next year.
I mean, all right, let's be real right here. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ron Rivera ran Cam Newton into the ground. Now, is Cam fully healthy? We don't even know if he was fully healthy last year. But we did see him throw 400 yards against Seattle the week before he came down with COVID.
Fake news.
Defense stinked.
All right. COVID stinks too.
Very true. Those are 2 factual things.
So my guy came back from COVID, and then the offense really did him no favors. Like his wide receiver 1 was Jacoby Myers. Wide receiver 2 was Damiere Byrd. Wide receiver 3 was N'Keal Harry.
Elite.
Exactly.
First round pick N'Keal Harry.
Tight end was Matt Lacoste.
Oh, keep naming them, buddy.
A running back, Damian Harris, missed the first 6 weeks of the season. Who is the best back on the Patriots roster? Sony Michel.
What happened to Sony Michel? Did he get hurt last year?
Yes. Just add the word hurt, and you got it. Yes.
So what Georgia does when they get a running back drafted is they take a sledge.
Did he freeze?
Yeah, he froze
so that they stink within.
See, that's how you know the Georgia slander is not necessary because you froze up as you said.
I didn't freeze.
Georgia.
I was still swinging.
No, we didn't see. You froze. You froze before you said anything.
Yeah, none of it came through.
Georgia takes a sledgehammer to their running back's knees. They did it to Todd Gurley.
And now they're going to take 75%
of their money. While he was at Georgia. They did it to Sony Michel. Todd Gurley is out of the league. He is not on a roster right now. This dude was the offensive player of the year 2 years ago.
Sean Alexander.
Cook or James Cook. Where's this guy at, huh?
And then he stayed for 1 more year.
Him and what's his name came back.
White or
White.
Zamir White.
Why do I know Georgia players?
What's his name? What's his name? He went out last year. Fuck, he was the running back who had a famous dad.
Elijah Holyfield.
Yeah, he came out last year, and I was like, why? Cause did he get? I don't think he got drafted.
How did y'all kill Bryce Love?
Who?
He got killed at Stanford.
Didn't he tear his ACL at the Washington football team?
He tore it at Stanford, played for 1 year, was bad, got drafted, and then tore it again.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you talking about Bryce Love?
That's what I said, right?
You said Jordan Love.
I did not say Jordan Love.
Okay,
my last question here,
guys.
That's
why I was so confused.
My last question. I got to bring this up, and then we can cut this shit. You ready? This is some serious mind fucking. I don't even want to use this language right now because what I'm about to say is terrible. That's why I'm using it. There's two people who are right now training to be playing in the NFL this year. One, I don't even want to say name. Gladney is one of their names. The other one is he played for LSU. He played for LSU, and he also played for the Washington football team. And they like to beat up women. And they're both on Instagram getting ready to play in the NFL this year. So
Thaddeus Moss and Jeff Gladney?
No.
Come on, Darius Geis?
Yeah, Darius Geis. He's on here on Instagram every day, getting ready to come back, hitting the drill.
I don't want to miss.
Is it hitting the gym or hitting the girl?
That's
I didn't hear what you said. I'm asking a question.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure. I think something else just came out against him. I don't know if he could be training all he wants, but I don't know.
Did y'all see the story where he was threatening a reporter who was trying to do a story on him, like being drafted?
Yeah, I think I saw something vaguely about that. But then he get banned from LSU?
Probably.
I thought he just got banned from LSU because it was like they had some stories that came out about him about a lot of I think it was he there when Les Miles was there?
Yeah.
Because I know Les Miles covered up a lot of sexual like some assaults from the football team.
So did Ed Orgeron.
Oh, did he?
Yes. Darius Geis did it while Ed Orgeron was head coach.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and forfeit that championship. It don't count. Go ahead and forfeit that Heisman. It don't count.
It's a shame that some of their best players are banned from their team. Well, what's his name?
I don't know.
Odell.
Is he banned?
For a year.
For handing out money.
Oh, yeah, it's so funny. He smacked that cop's ass. It's about time. It's about time. Let's be honest here. And then what's his face is they hate the Honey Badger. Every time even though the Honey Badger loves him,
he got kicked off the team though.
He got kicked off the team. The guy didn't even play. Like obviously he played, but like he got kicked off, and they're like, "Is he going to go to a juke? Is he going to go to? He's going to play?" No, the man didn't play. The man.
Okay,
did not
let me put this into layman's terms. It's like you being a. It's not exactly it, but this is kind of how I'm referencing it to bring it close to us.
Insulted. Do you hear this, Jonathan?
This is like Terrell Davis getting kicked off the team and then expecting us to be like, yeah, we fucked with him, but no, like, Bubba, you stepped on my motherfucking knee. You're not coming back. Like, we don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like to relate it back with Tyrann Mathieu.
But them boys just don't like their players or I don't know. But something's weird about players getting ready to play in the NFL when they can't handle their life. That's so weird to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is their life though, is the NFL. So all they can do is like stay ready and hope a team's going to give them a chance.
Listen, we need an XFL Last Chance U where they just follow people.
Yeah, we had a whole episode on this, Kyle. We had a whole episode on this.
Wasn't invited. I see.
You were invited. The night you flaked on us, but we're not going to say anything. You were asleep.
You frosted flaked on us.
It was cold. It was cold, Kyle, and not like a cold cut. I like cold cuts. Is that what a hoagie? A hoagie. That's how I know it's personal.
Not the hoagie.
But anyways.
All right. Last question, and then we can go. What term makes you more mad that people call a sub? A submarine sandwich or a hoagie?
I've never heard anyone call it a submarine sandwich.
I have.
So
I
must
want
be-
to slap them.
Is that an upper thing or a lower thing?
I've heard both.
But let me ask you this:
I've heard it both ways.
do you,
I heard. All right. Okay.
do you find it offensive to call it pop?
I don't find it offensive. I do find it highly annoying.
Oh dear, bud. Oh dear, bud. A bunch of my boys are going out for some pops after work there, bud.
I mean, I fucks with hoagies. I fucks with the term hoagie. It's kind of fun.
I love the term hoagies, but there's a TV show that ruined it for me. Apparently, if you like hoagies, you also drug women. I used to think that was the coolest thing. Oh, the sandwiches.
Women?
Bill Cosby. The motherfucker ate the Cosby Show. The motherfucker had plates of hoagies. I was like, damn. I was like, as a little kid, as a poor kid who parents don't call things hoagies, I was like, damn, what the fuck's a hoagie? I want one of those fucking things. Where are they at? He got a plate full of them. They look good. I'm a fat kid, you know.
You still are.
You were.
And now he rapes women. So I don't know if hoagie saying the word.
I think he was doing it then too, Kyle. Sorry to
saying the word hoagies leads to abusing women. Then I'm out. I'll go with submarine sandwiches. That's just my opinion.
So,
either way, it's a sub. It's a sub. You don't even have to have a sandwich. It's just a sub. It's not called sub sandwich way. It's called Subway. It's not called hoagie way. It's called Subway.
Yo, Subway's trash, bro. If you're not going to, if you're not
Jersey
going,
Mike's, bud. Which way?
Mike's way, bro.
Oh, all the way, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hey, no tomatoes though, please.
Oh, give me all the
Jimmy
tomatoes.
John's be slapping too, though.
No, Jimmy John's be dry unless you get the kicking ranch.
And they don't have banana
ranch is busted.
They do not have banana peppers. What company are you running?
Jimmy's.
Yeah, I'm out.
John's.
Jimmy, don't call me no more.
Yeah, that's the Illinois people. Have you had Witch? What's your opinions on Witch?
I had Witch once. You know what? I'm getting one tomorrow. Because of you, I'm going to go squat. It might be close.
You should wait on Wednesday. Wednesday, they have the Wicked Wednesday deal. $5, like 5 meat thing. The thing is this. Witch is very good fresh. Because of the toastness of the sandwiches. But when that toast runs out, sandwiches drops down a solid 3 points.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
I haven't seen a Quiznos in a minute.
They don't exist.
Blimpies, bro. I remember going to Blimpies as a kid, bro.
Ooh, Blimpies? But I just love going to like Quiznos thing, see like the sandwich go underneath the conveyor belt.
Yeah,
that's what you was like.
Dope.
But hey,
thing about to be hot.
Exactly.
Jonathan, have you ever been to Witch?
No, I haven't been there.
Bro, building a sandwich there is a task. That's the only thing I don't like it. They give you a card. You gotta fill the card out.
Thing and you like checking boxes.
I think I walked in one time.
It's like fucking taking the SATs to get a fucking
and I like
sandwich.
looked at it and I was like, nah, I'm going to Moe's. I walked next door.
Bro, you got a Scantron you got to fill out. And some of the things are like over here too. So like the sub will like, it comes with this. And then there's like more of it. So now you're paying an extra $2.50 for the thing that you thought you had to add to the sandwich. And then it's like card this big. And you're like, what the fuck is this shit? And then you're like, huh? And you're looking at it and you're like, bro, I can make a sandwich at home.
Which do I want?
Which do I want? It's hilarious.
All right.
Okay. That's it for us. That's it. This has been Hate2pylon. I've had a blast. I hope you guys had a blast as well watching us and hanging out with us. It's getting late.
Hungry.
It's time for a cookout run because I'm about to go to cookout. Even though I have to be at work very early tomorrow, it's fine. We're not going to talk about it. Hey, bro, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do.
I'll be there soon.
But
I'm coming back
this is our draft recap. If you guys want to come onto the show and talk about your favorite NFL team and how you feel your team is doing and the direction they're going, hit us up and let's talk. Let's talk about your team and let's tell us your opinions and we'll talk about how bad your team is. Because it's not my team. But come on the show. We'll love that. We'll love to talk. Let's have a good conversation. Let's talk some football and let's stay chunky together.
Hey.
Stay chunky, my guys.
Stay chunky, my friends. Have a great night. We will catch you guys next week. Peace.
See ya.